So the good news is it's all possible to correct with no damages. The bad news, though, is that Amazon doesn't care about you as a seller. They don't care if you have this problem. They're not going to do anything to help you to fix this problem. And so you're going to have to file.
This is with a lot of our AMZ insiders, past students, and just people we coach who will come to us will have the same thing that I'm going to ask you about the barcodes, because I bought from recycled barcodes because that was allowed and Amazon was totally okay with this. And it was a lot less expensive to get a ton of barcodes, and I had a lot of SKUs.
I wouldn't say Amazon was okay with it. I would just say they never enforced it.
Okay, Amazon didn't enforce it and it felt okay. So I was one of those people who did that. I personally have not had any problems. All my new brand and everything I sell now is GS1. But I've had some people come to us, not inside our community, but like coming to us just saying, hey, what do I do? Amazon has now brought up the issue. Amazon saying I need to close my listing and get a GS1 and reopen it. And they essentially will lose all of their ranking, obviously reviews, all of that.
So I've got some good news and some bad news. Okay, so let's start with the bad news. Amazon has a policy and they made a change and they're being really mean about it. So that's the bad news. The worst news is they're not giving you a way to correct the behavior to become compliant. They're just saying you're F. That's typical Amazon for you. We're 2-3 years from the big UPC hoo-ha, and there is today still no legitimate Amazon seller support methodology for changing your UPC codes. Now, I'm biased here. I sell the service to change UPC codes. I charge $500 to change UPC code. The only reason I share that is to show how freaking difficult it is, right? Now, I'm going to give you guys some suggestions and tips. You don't have to hire me, obviously. And here's the good news. It's possible. The good news is that you can keep your reviews. You can keep all this stuff. My favorite way to change UPC codes right now is to make a new ASIN. So now you're going to have old ASIN with bad UPC and new ASIN with good UPC. Okay. Then make sure that everything matches up. You're basically a duplicate product, and merge them together. The key here is to merge the old into the new, and you'll keep the reviews, surprisingly. And you'll keep the ranking, surprisingly. And also surprisingly, the old barcodes still work. So if you have all this printed inventory and you're like, what's going to happen to it? Sleep easy. You can still check those in. On your next manufacturing run, absolutely update to the new UPC, but you're going to be okay. So the good news is it's all possible to correct with no damages. The bad news, though, is that Amazon doesn't care about you as a seller. They don't care if you have this problem. They're not going to do anything to help you to fix this problem. And so you're going to have to file, I don't know, an average of, say, 50 tickets per ASIN to fix the issue until you finally get lucky and some dude on the weekend from Costa Rica is fixing your problem and completes the merge. So be prepared for that. And that's 50 tickets per SKU to set the record. Don't miss our next video. Subscribe now, hit that bell icon, and leave us a comment.